Welcome to the start of the Family Print Project vlog. I got Broly with me right here. And here's the current situation. It has been tarped up. It looks like it's held pretty good. I don't see any new water. But doing some laundry, trying to get this cleaned up while Isabella and Amanda are at tumbling right now. So let's see what we can do. We're probably going to be doing a lot of stuff outside. Just in case you guys are wondering, this is kind of what we've lost so far. All the beds, all the frames, some clothes, bookshelves, the couches as of right now, the couches, and a few other items. And we're not done fully yet with assessing all the damage. So that's what we got going on for the start of this Family Print Project vlog. Alright, just giving y'all a little update on the Family Print Project vlog. I am currently doing some solo stuff. Amanda's busy with the kids getting some things together. But I want to give you guys updates on everything here. On the kind of start of all this stuff. So when this first happened, we were actually in the house. We were actually just about to go lay down and go to bed. Storm was rolling through after midnight. I can't give you the exact time, but it was more around 1:30, maybe even 2 o'clock in the morning. We're getting ready to lay down to watch Titans, and then all of a sudden we heard a rumble and then just a massive shake to the house. Roof came off and everything like that. I was in disbelief. We came outside to look to see if this was actually true. It actually was, and then we thought it was maybe just the patio. We looked further back and it was actually more, and about 15 minutes, maybe actually about 5 minutes into it, rain started leaking from everywhere. We could hear the rain droplets start to heavily pour onto the drywall and do all that stuff. And literally, y'all have been extremely kind, and everybody around us has been helping like crazy. The donation goal on the GoFundMe has surpassed halfway already in such a short amount of time, and the kindness and the heartwarming comments that we've been getting have been absolutely phenomenal and very much appreciated. And I try to be as real as you guys with you guys on everything we do here. So it's very much appreciated. So thank you on that. We're very, very positive people. And when we get overwhelmed with kindness, I get emotional, to say the least. But this all can be fixed, and it is getting fixed in due time. A good work buddy of mine is allowing us to move into his camper for the time being and getting things done. But I want to also show you kind of like where the progress is on the stuff we've lost too. It's kind of where everything's at right now. Everything that's gone. So there's still more stuff that we got to get through. And we still have a lot of plans to do for printing and ideas of how we can get our printing business back up and running and get things going for that. But thank you guys so much, and let's get on into continuing it. So it's been a week since all the destruction happened to where we're currently living. Number one, we don't have renter's insurance. Number two, the homeowner, the landlord, does not have homeowner insurance. He owns the property, he owns the land. In Texas, it's not required for you to do that. Number three, we have done everything we possibly can to figure out to see if we can qualify for a loan to own a home. But because I'm a 1099 employee, plus being a small-time business owner that hasn't even made it past their first year yet, we need 20% down. Anything we are looking to purchase, and that amount that we have to put down, the amount of money needs to sit in our account for over 60 days in order for it to be used for down payment stuff. It can't be things like that. It can be gifted. I think we can be gifted up to $15,000, but that is the limit. And even with all that, we need on average at least $20,000 to $25,000 down as a down payment on just $100,000 loan on anything, and that's barely going to get you any kind of home in the area unless we move completely out of this area. We don't want to put any more stress on the children that have already been presented to them. We want to try to keep them in the same school district as best as we can. Renting is incredibly insane, but we are working on doing that. We have come to terms with the possibility of renting apartment's kind of out of the question, with kind of all the stuff that we're doing, all the stuff that we have. And 2 dogs, 2 cats is going to be really hard to get an apartment that's going to allow that many animals. And they're family to us. So we're doing the best that we can to figure out some place to rent that's going to allow the maximum amount of space. I mean, we made a 1-bedroom apartment here work for us. And what we were doing was expanding it from turning the garage into a bedroom. And then we had the studio room too as another room. So we need 3 to 4 bedroom rental home to do it. Now we're just trying to find one that's going to work with our budget. And we're trying to keep it under $1,900 a month. We would prefer to hit $1,500 a month. It's going to be really tough to do that, but we are looking, we are asking, and we are trying to figure it out. The pet deposits nowadays are crazy. It's $250 per pet. Plus you have to do pets renter stuff every month, and that's about $25 a month depending. Some people may be able to do it, but we're looking for those people who allow us to not have such a crazy addition to that. I mean, we even saw some as much as $44 extra per pet. And I get it, you got to take care of your home and things like that, but some of these places that we have applied to or are looking at are people who are business owners. They're not even homeowners. They're literally companies in this area that own these homes that are renting them out. Big reasoning being is there's a big Exxon building here that has increased the amount of people that live in this area for that specific reason that work. And it's just been hard pill to swallow and trying to figure out that we have to rent, because what we were doing here, which doesn't help our case, is a lot of the stuff here was paid under the table. So the only line of credit that I have is literally my car for that. So we don't have any renter's credit to showcase consistent payment on anything for the last 7 years living here. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it honest with you guys. These things are mistakes that we're making behind the scenes. These are the things we're learning, but we are adapting. We are continuing to be positive and try to see what we can do and find a home we can be in for a couple years to get us back on track. Now that we have numbers, we're taking all the negatives that we're seeing and turning them into positives to understand what we need. Man, my shoulder's killing me. What we need to do in the future to make sure we get into a place, because we found a great mobile home. Obviously, we didn't qualify, but it was literally $125,000. It was a double wide for the price of a single, and we just need to keep pushing forward with our business, with my job. Hopefully I can get a pay raise with working extra hard there and getting things done like that. And not only that, but now that we have to switch focus on the place to stay, which is number one, which will show you guys where we're at right now, for the time being. We have 2 months to figure out where to do with our time and our lives from here, but it gives us a little bit of time to save up a lot more money within that time frame to get the ball rolling. That's what our landlord's allowing us to do. He has paid for the camper for the next 2 months, which a buddy of mine from Austin, who I also work with, has moved out of his camper to allow us to stay there, and has been super duper appreciative on that. And that's what the landlord's paying for. The cost of this is too costly to pay out of pocket. He doesn't want to do it, and I can respect that. I can agree with that. It's a business. He's got to run his business, and it's easier for him to knock it down rather than build it back up, which I completely understand. It's very, very unfortunate, but like I said, I do have an understanding of what it is to do this as a business. We're just trying to save up enough money for the down payment, or no, the first and last month's rent, plus the deposits of everything, taking the animals into consideration. The negative of that we're trying to turn into a positive, we're just trying to figure it out, is the money that we have gotten donated to us, which we are over 60% of the way there. Thank you guys for those who have donated here. We really do appreciate it very, very much. So there is a link in the description box below. It's probably the last time I mention it. Thank you guys. Literally, that's crazy how some of y'all have been helping. We even got someone who is willing and is wanting to send us supplies, printed supplies out with who we are subscribed to, for designers to help us be ready for July, which that has been one of the most amazing things, that this community can do something like that. That it's not about the money, it's not about that, it's about helping a small business owner like us continue on forward, since we haven't been able to print all week. Do something out of their for someone to go out of their way to print something for us, to send us their supply just to help us out, continue to grow the business, at this time of need. That has been something so beautiful and so unique and so appreciative. And I am honestly so thankful that we've started making content like this and keeping it real with you guys and being as positive as we can. We want to continue to be positive. Even with all this stuff going on, there's nothing but positive stuff that we're trying to take from it. The only negative side of things that we have received on this, having to restart on a lot of stuff that we have, which I'm going to show you all right now. This is everything we've lost, not including the studio room right now. So having to restart that, but like I said, positive is all the 3D printers are good and we're safe. Like those two things, number one being that we're safe, is priority number one. That includes the animals, that includes us, and things like that. With that being said, I'm going to show you guys where we currently set up right now. Then we'll end out this vlog because we have stuff to get into. We've really appreciated every single one of y'all's comments that is supporting us in our time and just showcasing you care, which means the world to us. That's literally another thing that's keeping us continue to be extremely positive in this time. That's all we can do, you know. That's literally it. But we're currently set up here in this camper. Here's the couches we lost. But let's go inside. So currently right now, this is our setup. We're still drying a couple things, these DVD boxes and things like that. We're making accommodations too. Hold on, let me pause this. So we are making accommodations for what we got going on here. We are going to, even though I'm a collector, we have to make a sacrifice. And one of those sacrifices is taking all these DVDs out of these cases, dumping the cases and putting them in one of those DVD boxes or case holders. But I'm doing some work right now for work. Luckily, my job allows me to work from home, which makes this process so much easier because now I can work and also not lose income from the main job too. And these cases are here because they're drying out because we're still dealing with some of the stuff with water damage. And so what we got going on, this is where the kids sleep at night. And this is currently where me and Amanda are set up at, is where we sleep. We have minor things that we're doing right now for the time being to help keep it cooler in here. You know, we're Jimmy rigging some stuff up. We got some blackout curtains that we are doing to help with the heat. And when it comes to the kids' beds on here, we have a twin bed cushion that goes on top of this to make it even more comfortable with their sheet. We are thankful that the landlord is giving us 2 months. We were hoping we'd get maybe 3, but unfortunately that's not the case. But he also did hook up the RV directly to the main power of the building. So he's removed the AC line to completely power the entire capabilities of this camper, which we are very thankful for.
Because the first 2 nights we only had...
Yeah, literally the first 2 nights, all we had was... We only had the AC and these 2 USB plugs. And it worked for the first 2 nights, but now that we have the full capacity of power, it has made a significant difference. Even the AC is pushing harder. So we also have this here too. This is where a lot of the heat resonates from, so having that done has been great. But we wanted to thank y'all for everything y'all have been doing and continuing to leave comments on our videos. Before we ended out this video, we wanted to give a huge shout out to Sam. So before we end out this video, we wanted to give a huge shout out to Sam from Family Print Mill. Super massive thanks. They wanted to set they are the ones that are wanting to send us products and even making sure it's all within the legal terms, asking us, you know, who we're subscribed to and making sure we have everything covered on that, and is willing to send us a bunch of products to have ready to go for July, which is so much appreciated. And we even said thanks you. You know, you don't have to do that, but they are insisting on sending us some stuff. And literally, massive thank you to everybody that has commented, everyone that is donating, and everyone that is just watching our videos. It's extremely appreciative, and we couldn't thank you guys enough. And continue to join us on this crazy journey with us here at the Family Print Project. Also, I did forget, we are doing a market this Saturday, so be on the lookout for this next week's video because we have a market coming up. Luckily, we were able to save everything, which I'll show you all a clip of it here of where we're kind of storing it. We have shoved it all into the studio at the time being. Just when you think everything is going good, I just flipped it upside down but everything in my freaking carbon is freaking wet. Well, this is literally our current situation. We're gonna have to move some stuff around again. That printer is also has gotten wet. So gonna figure it out right now.
Try to dry it off.
Try and dry it off as best as we can, and just fingers crossed this printer works, and go from there. We have had everything separated to what is coming with us to the market, and then what is our printers, our printers and stuff like that on top of the table. So we are ready to go. We are ready to get things done because we need to save absolutely as much money as we can to get into a place that's going to at least get us the next 2 to 3 years, because $25,000 to $50,000 down is a lot of money to do with everything that we've talked about. But again, thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. We'll catch y'all on next week's video. You want to tell them bye?
Bye.